What's up, guys? Uh, Fellow otakus. It's Super Otaku and Collector Brain here, coming at you on a Friday evening, Memorial Day weekend of all things.
Right. Hi, everyone.
How you doing, Jens?
Doing good. Yeah. Looking forward to extra day off. It was, it's one thing after like maybe a long weekend, but that week vacation, coming back after that it's something else. You really it's so much harder to just turn it back to normal.
Yeah. Well, we got the long weekend. Any special plans over Memorial Day weekend?
Um, no, I mean, you and I are gonna go to the going out comic book hunting tomorrow. No, I don't think so. I think we'll just I don't know, maybe do some if we decide to do some barbecue at home maybe over the weekend, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We actually had barbecue tonight. My wife kind of surprised me. Um, Put some pork and beef on the grills. It was good. It was good.
Nice.
All right. Well, what happened this week? Anything catch your eye? The Mandalorian movie is out this weekend. Any thoughts on that one?
Um, no, I mean, I heard it should be good, but I mean, heard some like conflicting things about it. I actually hope it will be good, and I'm interested, but not really interested enough to go to the movie theater. I think. Um, don't know yet. Maybe later on, but um, like I think the two movies on my radar for the summer are Masters of the Universe and then the Supergirl one. Do you want to see that one?
Yeah, we talked about like going to watch both of those ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of lukewarm on. I mean, I don't feel. I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, but there's nothing compelling about this movie that I just don't see anything like really compelling to want to go actually to the theater and watch it. I figure, it's kind of like Disney Plus, like a long Disney Plus episode. Figure I could stream it at some point, right? Download it or something and watch it. Yeah.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch it once it comes as a like digital rental or something like that. But yeah, same. It doesn't necessarily pull me into the movie theaters, even though I mean it does look cool. I think the Mandalorian itself is a cool character. I like the whole Grogu, the kid with the Jedi powers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's something missing in the formula that makes me go like, oh, I need to see this.
Yeah, I think you got to give fans, there's an expectation. Even this doesn't apply to just Star Wars, it applies to comic books as well. I mean, we're reading these stories, we have expectations when we hear Superman or when we hear something. And if it doesn't meet that expectation, which quite honestly, lately Marvel and Disney have been kind of disappointing, right? And DC could really do the same here. Like they could lay an egg here with Supergirl, right? Because Supergirl's as popular as she is with comic book fans, with mainstream fans, she's kind of untested, right? She's not really a household name. So just, yeah, those are always kind of things that I think when you're a movie director or an executive, you kind of lose sight of, right? You don't check in with like the fan, what's the
Fan base.
yeah, yeah, when you have the you ask the fans, what do you think of this? What do you the focus groups? You don't check in with the
Of course.
fan focus groups, right? Or you get focus groups that are like they're not real comic book fans. They're sort of more mainstream, like, demographic type people who don't really know the comic book. So all they're looking for is like something funny, or you know, you got to get people like you and me in the room
Yeah.
and asking us like, "Do you guys like it?" That'll oftentimes gauge success.
And I must admit, like, I'm excited about Jason Momoa as Lobo, but until I started collecting comics, which isn't that long ago, I did not know who Lobo was. So that's, I think, something they're up against, like with the casual viewer, right? Um, Same as in the Superman movie. Like, I didn't know. I mean, I've read comics as a kid, but I never read that much DC, so I had no clue who Guy Gardner was,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the other team, and so on. So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. This is why you have to be take like balance what people are really familiar with from a like a comic book standpoint, fans, and then also kind of like fill in the blanks for the people who aren't as knowledgeable. But
yeah,
you gotta meet the comic book fan base first, because if you alienate them, then there's no identity to the film, right? So
yeah.
you know,
And on the Marvel side, I was, as a I can understand, like, the actors and stuff like that, that they were doing this for like 15 years and they kind of had it. But like, from somebody that enjoys it, right? And it was like, those are the main characters. You have Iron Man, you have Captain America, you have Thor. Like, these are the ones that dominated that scene, like, on the comic books since like the 50s or whatever, right? So to kind of like, it's sort of wrapping it up too quickly. I get that 15 years is a long time for them, and there's some good movies that came out of it, but like, you almost erasing them from that universe now, because the actors are done playing the role, and it's kind of hard to recast them and stuff like that. But like, without them, the other, I don't know, like the other IPs and stuff like that, without them, it's just not the same. There's a few good ones. I mean, I I thought, like, when they first brought out some of the other IPs, like when I wasn't that big into comic books, um, I never really read Doctor Strange and stuff like that. But after I saw the movie, I was like, wow, this is like one of my favorite Marvel movies now. Same with Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, wow, I enjoyed this more than I thought. Right, so it's great. But like, if like, as a whole, like, if you take the biggest actor, like the biggest characters out, it just still feels a little empty. The universe feels like
yeah,
empty.
yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy is a great example because even I mean I read comic books, but it's such a sort of an obscure title. It's like there, but no one really cares about like actually, the Guardians of the Galaxy, like Rocket Raccoon wasn't really a part of that team. It's kind of like they kind of threw it. James Gunn kind of threw them together, and it created this team with like characters here and there. So that was a kind of an offshoot. The success of that movie is what really compelled people to go back and
Yeah.
kind of get into those characters. That's a great one.
I remember watching. I went with my kids to. I think with my son. I think we were watching GI Joe. He wanted to see that, and I saw the preview for the first time. I had no clue what it was, and I was literally saying, like, okay, uh they're running out of ideas. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. That's literally what I thought. And then I actually watched it, and I was like, wow, this is almost better than the rest, because and the same with Doctor Strange. I mean, I've seen him in the comics that I was reading, like, he would show up like occasional, but like, because the comics that I read, there was a lot of like, kind of like the Avengers and stuff like that, but it was in the stories that I had as a kid, like, it was more of a side character. It was never like a main character. But I the story, like the movie, is really compelling. So I really enjoyed that.
Mm,
But
yeah, yeah. Anything you watched recently that you felt the same way about? Anything
um,
recent from Marvel, I guess is what I'm saying. Because they've been kind of on a like the fans have been pretty, they've been pretty critical of what Feige's been doing
yeah,
as of late.
I don't even know what the last ones are that I watched. Like I've been binging on the DC shows. Like I finished Arrow and Flash, and I'm watching Supergirl because I started them sometime in the past, but never fully watched them. And
Supergirl
I re-
season one is fun. It's
yeah,
just fun because the actress is like she's cute. She's got a lot of energy, and then they have Ally McBeal as sort of the boss, office boss figure.
yeah.
She's really a great actress, and yeah, I had fun watching that. I never watched season two though. I just kind of watched season one and then was done with it. But yeah, that was a great.
I'm in season
That went on for like
four.
7 seasons, didn't it?
I don't think Supergirl went that long, but like,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure now because I'm like in season four, and it gets a bit harder getting through it. It's not as exciting as it was like in season one or even two. Um, yeah, but Flash was really
You
good.
like Flash,
Also,
and
like,
you told me. Yeah.
yeah,
What about Arrow? Green Arrow, is that good? I heard that
Green
was good
Arrow.
too.
Green Arrow is good, but like
Yeah.
I mean, both of them, I would say like the earlier seasons are much better than the later ones.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Arrows like came out way long time ago, right? That's like I feel like that's like 20 years old or something.
I don't think it's
No, no, not
that
that long.
long, but it
10 years
definitely
old.
it's yeah yeah, definitely that, yeah, because it kind of started the whole. That's why they even call it the Arrowverse, right? Because they launched it, and then they kicked off Flash. Um, I don't know, then Supergirl, and then Legends of Tomorrow, which I've
Mhm.
only seen in the when they did like the crossover. I haven't watched that show yet. Um, but yeah,
Mm.
Arrow's cool. Like I always thought like I never read him in the comics. To me, he was kind of like just the DC Hawkeye. um but he is, I don't know I don't know which one came first, right? If it was Hawkeye or it was Green Arrow. But
DC fans are screaming at you right now.
but no, what I think is like when I saw the show, like I mean, he's way cooler than I thought he was. And I think props to the actor, like he really like personifies that. And like it got me actually more into DC, I want to say, because I do want to read more about it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if you like, the in the Arrowverse, John Diggle, who's like his I think, no, it's not Guardian that he. I forgot what his role is. Like he also becomes part of the team. First, he's like his bodyguard, and then he becomes part of
Oh,
the team. But so actually, what they wanted to do towards the end, but they never really. I don't think they got the studio on board. But his name is John Diggle. But his dad, that they show somewhat later, is actually Stewart. So his name is actually John Stewart.
oh,
Yeah. And when like towards the end of the show, he gets hit by there's this box that falls down from far above that he opens up, and it lights green, and
oh.
that's
So he is
basically
a
all they
green.
show.
He's a Green Lantern. Okay.
So he would be technically John Stewart, the first Green Lantern, right? That's where the whole hints and all that stuff was going, but they never really picked it up. So
Mhm.
he showed up in Flash later, where he just kind of like he said, basically says no to whatever was in the box. They didn't show the ring or anything like that. He just says no. He wants to stay with his family, and they're kind of buried there, because I think that they needed to let the fence down easy, because everybody was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, we're gonna get a Green Lantern show, right? So um yeah,
Yeah. I don't think that's the origin of John Stewart, but yeah, that's cool. That's
I
interesting.
know, but that's how they kind of wanted to twist it together. like that his name was John, and then they never talked about his dad till like later in the season, and so it came about that his last name was Stewart, and so then
Mhm.
people were kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, John Stewart, it's
yeah.
technically his name.
Wow. Uh, yeah. So DC shows. You brought up Green Lantern. Did you get a chance to watch the sort of the new teaser trailer? I guess.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No, but
Oh, you haven't seen it
I
yet.
do want to
Okay.
watch it. I do
Yeah,
want to
it's
watch it.
it's pretty good. I mean, it gets you kind of excited for it. They tease a lot of things in it. First off, um, and yeah, you can pretty much expect like Sinestro is going to be in it, right? So like what's the extent of that uh, appearance? Is it just
Mhm.
Sinestro? Is it the Sinestro core? Right? It's like there's a lot of things there, but um, it's a big mystery right now, and that intrigue is what like I don't know. I just I want to give G Lantern Comics Josh a big shout out. Hope you're watching tonight, Josh, or at that some point. Um, I know you've been busy, man, and we just Jens and I want to like head up to where you are and hunt comic books with you whenever you get a chance to, have some, I guess, you time. I know you've been very busy with work and all that, so um, hit us up. We've been yeah, we've been just busy hunting. But yeah, I'm sure Josh is excited for the series. He's a big Jeff Johns Green Lantern fan, and this is really kind of where what we were referring to earlier, the Lantern series. This is the nice thing. The director of the series uh, initially said some things that kind of pissed off fans, right, because of their reaction to the first trailer or whatever.
Mhm.
And Jeff Johns actually like he chimed in. He like was like being critical too, and the guy immediately was like, "Oh my gosh, I just offended Jeff
The-
Johns, who I'm an incredible fan of, and this is a show like the show is literally an homage to his comic books, right?"
mhm.
So that to me said a lot. Like the fact that the director understands this is the template for what we're going to bring to fans, right? Jeff Johns' run, or at least incorporate the whole history of DC, not just the older stuff, but the more modern, compelling Lanterns series. And you and I have been picking up. In fact, I know you have a bunch of the keys as well. I have a bunch of the keys as well, but we have it from that run, that 2011 run of the Green Lantern series, the comic
The one
books.
my keys are all from the 2005
Oh,
run.
is it okay?
Yeah. I had one book that the condition is like from the 2011 run. But the condition is like so. No,
Didn't you
all
pick
the
up the one with all the first appearances though?
yeah, they're all from 2005. They're all
Oh, okay.
2005 run.
That still should have legs though. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. We'll see. But yeah, definitely some of that the book that you like, that Green Lantern, Green Arrow one. That one is getting more traction now, and then of course uh
John Stewart.
it's is it John Stewart?
The first
Or
appearance of John Stewart, the one Jason has
I think
in his
so.
shop.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a big
yeah.
one.
That one is climbing. And then some of the like from what I've seen, and then some of the Silver Age ones, but
Jason had his priced for what, 600?
I don't remember. Yeah,
That might
could
be
be.
worth revisiting because if we could talk him down, I mean, that's That's one you could grade and literally flip like right around the show and just cash out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
those two, like
yeah,
the one that you like, it also has another key significance that I can't recall right now.
they're
Um,
setting John Stewart to be the Green Lantern of the Justice League. Like it's not going to be Hal Jordan. It's not going to be
okay.
Guy Gardner, right? Guy Gardner's like doing Justice Gang stuff, and Hal Jordan's too old now, right? So it's literally going to be John Stewart, and it's going to be the '90s animated team like Hawk Girl, him, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Wally West, Flash, um, Wonder Woman, and Superman, right? So
Okay.
this is the core Justice League team. So that John Stewart key, when the when it starts climbing, and it's just gonna like when they introduce the Justice League and all that, it's just gonna be like all those first appearances right there are just gonna be like on fire, right? Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean, Jason has a copy right now. It's like we didn't check the grade out, but it looked pretty good, right?
I don't remember that one. He had it at the show?
No, he had it on his wall in the shop. Remember?
No, I don't
That's a
recall.
big book. It's like it was priced at like $600 or $700.
Yeah, but for that, it's gotta be up there on the grade.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
high high
climbing, that's
grade
for
high
sure.
grade raw is 800 right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that one is high grade, but he's kind of overpricing it. But like, I mean, if you could talk him down to 500, that's a great deal
Mm,
right there. Assuming it's in
yeah.
like midish grade, right? At least upper midish grade.
Mm.
Um, what's I know you picked up some books. You want to show them off?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I just picked up Absolute Batman number 20.
Nice.
It's
That's
about the yeah. I picked the one with the least amount of spine ticks, which is an issue with this the way this was sent out, and it's like the I haven't read it yet, but it's about the Robins. So in this universe, like all of the previous Robins, they all coexist as like in one company or something like that. So yeah, that's like actually this is like a giant Robin mech, battle mech or
ooh,
something like that. So
okay.
yeah, I'm a few
That's a good pickup, man. That's a good pickup.
I'm a few issues behind on the Absolute Batman, but I need to catch up. And then this one we were just talking about it, Absolute Green Arrow. So yeah, this one I was really looking forward to it. Yeah, ever since the show, and then with that there was a one shot that they did, Absolute Evil, and
Uh-huh.
that's kind of that goes into this. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's just like after I read that, I was like, okay, how are they? It's like I had no idea what this whole series was going to be about. So I was really really looking forward to it. So um, from the previews, I guess he's now really like a he's leaning into that killer of billionaires or something like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that.
Yeah, I mean that you're telling me about it, and it was intriguing. The fact that they just kind of like he got murdered, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I want to find out like a how's he back, and so yeah, I'm interested about how this story goes. So need to catch
All
up
right.
on I need to catch up on my reading in general with the comics. It has been a little bit lackluster the last couple of weeks.
How's everything else been? I know you've gotten some books back from our good old CGC. You want to show those off? Did
Yeah,
you do?
yeah.
Did you? You haven't posted a video on that yet, right?
No, it's okay. I can give a little. preview here.
Give a preview.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you
So
know the grades already, right?
yeah, 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 yeah. I couldn't help myself. I'm just too nosy. Uh, so this is the one. This is the one that I got from the book I got from you. That was a gift on our when we did our first trade. So
Nice.
it's an 8.0. It could have been a little bit better. I missed it or CGC like when they're taking it in and out of the back, maybe folded it a little bit. It's
No,
not
no.
break.
So that that there's a crease, right? A little bit of a. It doesn't really break color, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like a bend or yeah. That was there. That was there
Okay.
at when I gave like traded you the book. So
Yeah. I know it had a couple of spine ticks, but they're not that severe. So that's why I was a little surprised about the
mhm,
8.0. But
yeah,
that's on me. Like this was my early on when I was pressing stuff without moisture and so on and so forth. So I pressed this once, um, and I was like, okay, that's it. Put it in the back and was done.
yeah.
But
I think I remember telling you also. I was like, hey, look, you got to press this, and when you press it out, it'll be like new, right? Because it doesn't
mhm.
break color. Um, but yeah, I guess you pressed it without the moisture, so it didn't stick or something, or it looked better, and then it
Yeah,
regressed.
or it reverted, you know. So, but this, like I said, this was early on. But at the same time, it's not really worth cracking and resubmitting. But it doesn't matter. I think it presents great. It's a great looking
Oh yeah,
cover as Jim Lee's signature, and it was a gift from a friend. So what else? What else do I need?
yeah. That's a
And
great
yeah,
book. It's a great book to have slab too. Jim Lee,
yeah.
X-Men 1, signature, 90 signature. It's not even a modern signature. Show the signature.
Yeah, it's on the camera. I think it's a bit hard to see, but with the
Yeah,
glare, there it
see? That's a
is.
90s signature. You can see it's kind of like a mid 90s signature. If you want to, you can actually date his signatures because it transitions. It goes from like two separate, he like lifts the pen, Jim, lift,
Mhm.
Lee. And then it goes, that one is like Jim Lee, but it still maintains the 90s kind of feel. And then it goes into one curvy motion because he's
Yeah,
signing it like
he dropped that
he
long.
dropped, yeah. And then he
Yeah,
dots it, it's like one motion, really efficient. But yeah, that book you have there was signed probably like 97, I want to say 96 or 97. So
did you have it signed by him, or did you found the book?
no,
You found the book like
no,
that?
I got it like that, yeah. So
Okay.
what happened with that book was I bought it off of eBay, and the guy when he shipped it, it got damaged,
Mm.
and I just wanted him to like, hey, take accountability for the damage and just give me a discount, right? Just like, I don't want to return the book. I'll keep the book. But he didn't want to do that. So I just said, you know what? I'm just never going to buy it from you again. So, and I kept the book, but then I got another copy um, that was better without so I had two copies of that book signed.
Okay.
And so when I traded you, I just traded you the sort of the bent corner copy. But that's a nice again 90 signature copy. It's just I know if you were to press it again and submit it, it come back well maybe a 9.4, right? And in that grade, maybe because again, there's a lot of signed books of that. It's not going to be anything really rare. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody gets that book signed. Let's just put it that way. It's like everybody takes their X-Men 1, and there's like 8 million copies, and he signed like 7 million of them already. So it's it's pretty, yeah,
I
pretty
found
cool.
the same copy at my half price book, but not signed by Jim. Yeah, but not signed by Jim Lee. Signed by Chris Claremont.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That same
So
that same what do you call it? The gatefold one.
Yeah, I think it was the gatefold or it was the standard one. Was definitely the one with Wolverine and Cyclops. Yeah, I think it was the same one. And
Cool.
I was thinking like if there was a way to kind of like put them together on the same page, that would be awesome. But like, yeah, they wanted $30, which wasn't bad, but I just didn't want to buy the same book that I already have.
Yeah.
Uh, um, and then with a different signature. But I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, Chris Claremont signs a lot of stuff, so I'll find something else one day. Yeah, yeah. And the second one that I submitted, that one, it's a book I got off eBay, and I was a little worried about that the signature was going to be good or not. I mean, because I didn't have a COA or anything like that. So that's Masters of the Universe Revelations, number
Mm.
one,
Oh,
signed by
nice.
signed by Kevin Smith. So,
Okay.
and we
Is
got a
that
9.8
also
on that one.
Is that like the David Nakayama cover? Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's David Nakayama cover. I think it's. I mean, it does on the barcode is like it says first version, but it's there's actually another A cover. So I guess they didn't. On the barcode, how they sometimes when it's a different cover is like the middle number is different. This
Mm.
one still says 111, which is odd because it's not the A cover. The A cover is actually a little lackluster. I just like this one better. And the fact that it was signed by Kevin Smith. Yeah. And it's the signature, it's like one of those squigglies. That's why I was like, well, I Googled it. It looked similar enough, but you never know. So I was that one I was sweating a little bit if that one, because I paid $50 for it for the book because I didn't know any better. That was in the very beginning. I was just browsing eBay and I was like, oh, Kevin Smith signed Master of the Universe because that's the Revelations is the for the Netflix show that he did, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it came out. I pressed this one too, but I really like it. Didn't really matter too much because I think it was an unread copy, so it probably would have gotten the 9.8 regardless. And I was actually more concerned about like there's always a chance that they say like, hey, it's not authentic, and then you get a green label, and
But it came back.
then it,
Yeah. The signature. That's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. So
Good find, man.
yeah, that's pretty much all for this week. I did go out Wednesday to a half price book, but yeah, it's a little bit of retail therapy. It's kind of like after 3 days of work, I just need to leave the house a little
Just
bit.
dig some. Yeah. Just dig for
Uh,
books. I feel you, man. It is
yeah,
therapy. It's like stress relief for sure. Yeah.
and you should. I mean, I know tomorrow you don't have too much time, but I just saw that half price book tomorrow till Monday is 20% off in store. So it's
Yeah.
it's something to
I'll
keep
go
in mind
Sunday. Yeah.
if you
I'm
can
gonna go
sneak
Sunday.
away. Yeah.
But like my I have a nit to pick with my local half price books. They're not they're not that. I mean, I shouldn't actually. They haven't refreshed. First off, Bellevue, their modern books for whatever reasons they all have issues, and this is kind of I think after I've started hanging out with you, I'm like way critical of the things in there for half price a cover. I'm like they all have some kind of issue like that because you have people just digging and like like they're just abusing the books in there, and so they all have just like dings and spine ticks and all that. So um, they're not. It's not a great bargain. And in terms of the lockbox, that's kind of where I'm looking now to see if there's anything like worth looking at and picking up because you can actually get pretty good. Like they'll miss it. They'll miss something. Like, oh, it's a first
Mhm.
appearance, right? And they'll price it like a regular. like Silver Age book, like $8 or something, and it's actually like $50 or something. They'll miss stuff like that. Um, that's kind of where I am at Bellevue. And then Redmond, they got rid of the 25-cent books. They're all like $1 now. And actually, they don't even have, they don't even have bargain books anymore. It's all like half a
Yeah.
cover or, sorry, half a cover or $2 at the minimum.
Minimum. Yeah.
And they bag and board everything there though, because they've upped the quality. You're not getting like loose, kind of like 25-cent books anymore, but
Yeah.
it's
In
just
Everett,
worth it.
they still don't. If it comes in back, then board it, then fine. If not, then leave it as is. And I come across at least a couple of books that I would have picked up if they would have backed and boarded, but they were destroyed by just like flipping around in there.
Yeah.
Um, it's a shame sometimes. And I don't know. It also, I noticed there it depends on who prices it, because I picked up a couple that I've seen, and I know they can tell that they took like the high grade price and then 50% it, which I was okay with. But then on the other ones, they're like, they went with the highest eBay cost or something like that. They had like one of the Predator books, and it wasn't even first Predator. It was like one of those. It was a cover, or it was one of those that's popular. Um, it goes for like 50 to 60, and they had it at $80 or something like that. I don't know. It was like sometimes it really depends on who prices it out, so
Yeah, the
it's
kid
weird.
pricing it at Bellevue, he's he's kind of clueless.
Okay.
He's looking at exactly what you said. He's looking at some kind of comic app and looking at the grade. He's good at grading actually. So he'll like, if it's a high grade book, he'll price it at the high grade book price and then cut it in half, right?
Hmm.
Which is good. That you're
Yeah.
getting a deal there kind of. Where he misses it again is like he gets kind of lazy and he'll just price, oh, these are all Silver Age books from the same run, and he'll just price everything like mid grade, half of mid grade, and just price it like
Yeah.
blankly. And that's when he misses the higher valued stuff. So it is worth kind of digging there once in a while. We'll have to check it out. Yeah, 20% off of everything then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw the email before our stream started. So
Okay.
um,
All right. Well, we have an update. Okay, let's talk about what we're gonna do tomorrow. Why don't you talk about what we're planning?
yeah. So since we want to go back to Tales to Astonish, um, want to see that they're finally put the that collection out that we saw. Has it been a month or a little less?
It's been about a month, yeah. Like,
Been about a month, yeah.
because we went there what late, no mid April. I want to say mid April, and
Yeah,
it's already
that's about
late
right.
May,
Yeah.
so it's been over a month.
So they had a big collection there when we walked in, and um their bins were very empty. So they said they're working on it. They were coming off the Emerald City Comic Con, so we're pretty tapped out of stuff, and they wanted to backfill it. So, and we went back 2 weeks ago, and they decided not to open because it was a community yard sale, and they just said like, ah, we're not gonna open. We'll just see you guys Monday or whatever. And yeah, and we were standing there in front of the door like 5 minutes before opening, and so um but now we called, we checked all the social media, and supposedly they open tomorrow. So we're gonna hit it up, and hopefully they um priced
What's
out
up,
the
Wilbur?
stuff. Hey, Wilbur.
All right, so yeah, we actually have an update here.
Oh,
So this is their post today. So actually, I called in today to make sure that they might be open because last time, like you said, we went there. They closed on Saturday, and we wasted our morning driving out there. So Jens and I were going to make sure to at least confirm they're going to be open before we trekked out there. Um, and they had us sweating because I called them today, got the voicemail, and then looked. Apparently, they closed shop today on Friday. And so I left a message on Facebook saying, "Are you guys going to be open?" And then I came here on Instagram and I said, "Wish I'd seen this before dropping by today. Planning to stop tomorrow morning. Will you be open?" Kind of like, frustrated. And then they responded, "Yes, 10 to 5." So we got confirmation. The dude will be there. He's obviously, we can kind of guilt him into giving us discounts now. That's
yeah.
what it's all about, man. But yeah, look,
Yeah.
he's got the bins filled. This is a post from May 8th.
Okay. Okay.
Look at
Yeah.
that,
That's
right?
double of what
That's
was
kind
there
of what we
before.
want to see. That's kind of what we want to see. And he was doing 2 for 1 out of the dollar bins. Look at this. Two for
Okay.
$1. Can't beat that with a bat. So looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Looking forward to it for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. I did like this store. I like the way the boxes are, and I don't know. At least at my age, I have to like be grateful that everything is kind of like at standing height. That I don't have to squat down because my knees don't do that well with it. Um, so I kind of liked
Yeah, but
how they
look, they
have
just,
it.
dude, I bet so he had everything priced by new comic book day or free comic book day.
Mm,
And I bet it just got picked through. I bet all this is like got picked through. Hopefully he like has additional inventory or whatever as it was selling, but something tells me like all the good stuff is pretty much gone now.
You know what? Remember how he had some stuff stuck underneath the boxes that he's still going through?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not looking, just go through it and see if there's something good in there and just like, hey, would you price this one out or something like that? As long as you don't give him like a whole stack. If you're just interested in one or so, then just pretend it was in the stack and there was no price on it or something.
I bet he'll let us do it because we're in. He'll remember us. He'll remember you and me. And this is the thing. Like nothing against the guy. He's got a great shop and all that, but we had some issues with where he kind of repriced stuff like toward the, like he did it to you, he did it to me, right? That's not
Yeah,
cool. And then he kind of closes up shop whenever he feels like, like I get you have a doctor's appointment, but it's you had a doctor's appointment this week. You close on Saturday because of like a yard sale thing. And so, in the past 3 weeks, you've been at least closed during kind of like times people have been wanting to go. So
yeah,
just like I don't know, it just feels like those little kind of things add up to like a good experience or a bad experience, right?
yeah. And it's
Oh
kind of surprising. It's like, I mean, I get that somebody has to have a doctor's appointment, but it was like a husband and wife duo. I mean, couldn't one keep the store open? I don't know. I mean, it's not my business how they run their business. It's theirs. They can do whatever they want to. It's just kind of yeah. I mean, if you're not open, you can't sell anything. So, but
exactly, exactly. We want to give you business, man. Just give us uh give us consistency, right? That's what we want. We don't want to travel 30 miles and then again, it's all about experience. You give a customer that kind of couple of those bad experiences, they're just not gonna want to shop at your shop.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you still after all that, let's say we pull up there tomorrow, like right when they're supposed to be open and they're not open, um, it'll be a long time before I try them again. You know what I mean? Because it'll be just
yeah,
waste of gas just to
yeah,
drive
open on
there.
time. That's another pet peeve of mine. Open on time, right? So
Well, last time
you're
when we
busy
were there,
people.
like when we were there was like also like let's say you don't check social media because they didn't have a sign at the door. Like you're just standing there until you said like, "Hey, check the social media." I just thought like, well, it's Seattle, people might get stuck in traffic, but like, we could have stood there for another 30 minutes.
We did stand there for 30 minutes. I mean, we
Uh,
stood there for a good like I want to say 50 because we got there at 10, right? It wasn't open, so we were just kind of waiting around chatting. I think
mhm,
like 10 minutes in, I said, "Hey, let's check." Right? So we checked. Turns out he wasn't going to come in, and we kind of were sitting there like, "What should we do?" And by the time we got in the car and left, it was like a good 15, 20 minutes had passed. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, leave a sign or something. Like, don't just be like on social media, like, "Hey, sorry, we're not gonna be there." Like post it, and you posted it Friday night. He
And
posted
it
like, "Yeah, we're not gonna be open tomorrow," on the day before. Uh,
and it's not even like a like you could take a picture of a sign that grabs somebody's attention. Like it was a picture of a short box and you had to like happen to read under it, right? Like the same for like today. Like okay,
Today,
yeah,
yeah,
is a
it's just a
picture of
picture of the
your
shop.
store. Like I don't know, did you get the windows cleaned or what is this about? Like it's not very intuitive.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's wanting people to like visit the like. I'm sure now everybody's checking his social media because like they know, okay, he might not be there today, so better check.
Yeah.
And
Let's
I,
let's
I
hope
left
he's
the
not.
message on purpose because I was just like, if he doesn't respond, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good sign he might not be there. But he responded. So let's hope he
let,
shows up on time tomorrow.
let's hope he doesn't find the stream and then he's like tomorrow he's gonna be like, oh, so you guys are talking smack, huh? Well, forget about the deals.
Yeah, but hey, Sean, if you're listening, man, it's out of love, man. It's out of love. Just we're coming give us the deals, man. Give us the deals and we're gonna do haul videos, so
Yeah.
we're talking your shop up. All right. I want to transition now into what we've kind of been doing in the background in terms of like this would be fun to make content for,
Mhm.
and that is, you've been pressing and cleaning books, and you've been getting good results. You're kind of tweaking things here and there. Why don't you just give us an update on kind of where you're at? I know we've talked about this in the past, but every week's a little different. I know you just pressed one of the books that well, okay, let's see. Should we talk about the trade first, or should we talk about the content? I just realized we didn't talk about our our potential trade here.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it. I where did I put it? Oh, I put it in the box already. Yeah. So this is something I picked up. I think that same day we were just talking about, like, because we went to one store together and then I went to the other one by myself. So this
Give
is
up a look. Can I see the
Superman.
signature? Oh yeah, nice.
I feel like it would
Yeah,
have
it
been
pops.
better if you signed it in pink or something like that, something that would have really pop off the page. But
No, I
yeah,
like the
so
silver. I like the silver. That's good.
Yeah, this is a really nice book, The Coming of the Superman, and this is the 1 in 25 variant signed by Neil Adams. So I picked this one up, and I sent you a picture right after I got my haul, and you're like, I want that Superman one. And I was like, oh, I like it too. But then I was like, yeah, it should go to Otaku. Like he'll find a good home there.
Did you? I think you checked the census too, right? There's not. Are there signatures of that book in on CGC, the census?
I don't recall. If so, there weren't a whole lot. It wasn't a very
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be a whole lot, right? But so there were a few copies then
yeah,
that were
maybe one or
graded.
two, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great book.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll make a trade for that. And
All right, so I'm gonna show you the book again. This
okay.
is hang on here. Always don't get my camera ready here. Okay. All right, so this is the book. I'm actually selling you the book, right? And then getting, so I'm selling you the book plus, so you're paying cash plus the that Neil Adams book for this first print, first Spider Gwen,
Yeah.
and let me take it out here. So now this, I know you poured over it before, but I just want to make you aware of that the book does need to be pressed. You
Yeah.
can kind of see the issues there, like there's some spine issues there. Nothing crazy. But there's also this, I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it. Hang on. Just going to kind of take it out here. See that? Doesn't break color, but
Okay.
it's a bend that you need to press out.
Yeah.
So it needs a press. It has a sticker. You want to see the sticker?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
while you looked it up here, the only thing on this one, I did press it. The corner looks fine. It's just on the back of the book here, it has this tiny.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I still like that book. So
Yeah. You're not a snob like me.
yeah, I'm not going to get it graded. So let me just show you the sticker and then. Oops. There it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And for those that are watching, wondering if you haven't graded anything, so the sticker is kind of like what we had in the 70s with the Marvel. What was the little cutout called? The Marvel
Stamps.
points or
The
the
Marvel
Marvel
stamps.
stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the value stamp. Yeah.
Value stamps. Yeah.
So if that sticker for the digital copy is missing, and you get it graded, you basically get a green as an incomplete
Is that right? That's
comic
crazy
book.
to me. That's crazy
I
to
did
me.
it. Yeah, I didn't know before, and I've seen some copies, and yeah, that's when I started paying attention to it. I mean, for the most part, I haven't picked up too many on the Marvel that fall in that generation of Marvel.
Well, I didn't even
Because
realize that that was a thing because I didn't
yeah,
check this for the stamp. So when you said that, I was like, oh crap, it might not have the stamp. So when we, when you said it should be on the first page, I was like, oh, it's not there. Um,
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it could be also something where some graders just like, whatever, right? Because it's not really like, I mean, it's not quite as comparable as the Marvel value stem because it's literally something cut out of the book, right? This one is more like because it's meant to be lifted and you see like a code or something like that. Um,
well, yeah,
but since
you
I've
know, you
seen
see
some
a lot of
slabs,
copies of this on eBay just raw. So
uh-huh.
you got to do the due diligence, right? That's the thing I wouldn't have even known. So if I had just gone on and bought a book, I would have essentially bought a, you know, an incomplete book for
Yeah,
it's selling for like what, $200 to $300 right now, even raw copies. So that's something you have to keep in mind. You're overpaying at that point.
yeah. And I saw some like the only thing like on the bottom where it says like the digital copy, that's the only thing that differentiates this one, the original, from the facsimile. And I've seen some people actually sell the facsimile with the store with the stock picture of the original print, which can probably
Oh
confuse a
man.
lot. That could confuse a lot of people as well. So yeah, eBay is sometimes something else. I mean, it's really, you
Now
have to be super careful.
there's a black version of this that's the variant. It's like the
It's a print error.
rarer copy, right? And it's like a black background.
Yeah,
Um that's
that
not
one
the one we
is.
have here, but
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
pricey book. So that's another thing you have to look out for on this book.
Bryce Comics, he has the print error in
Oh, the
black,
black. He has the black error.
signed by Stan Lee. That's like he
What
held
is
on
up
to
with
it
that
because he
guy? That
did it.
guy just he. I hate that guy. Seriously, sits there and just overpays for everything.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing if you have
And
your
then
own
he
store. Like you
says,
can
"Oh
pick and
yeah, you
choose.
should get this book." You know, he just find it like he hypes up his own books, and then he inflates the value of the books he picks up, and then sells them to people for like, yeah. All right, well, no, we're not gonna hate on Bry. No hating on Bry, but I
Yeah.
can't stand that dude. That
Really,
that
I think actually I like to I kind of like from I know
Well,
I've
I mean, I
heard.
can't stand the fact that he has like this incredible collection. That's kind of like he's got the
Yeah.
he has the racist Superman cover, the one with Hitler and Hirohito. Superman
Oh,
holding
okay.
Hitler and Hirohito, the Golden Age book. That's a big book, and he has that graded, I think, in like a 4.0, something ridiculous, something like like, and he's just showing it off, like, oh yeah, that's one of the books in my collection. It's just like, shut up, man.
Well, if you have like, yeah, literally have boxes and boxes of slabs that you just bought, and you can just go like, oh, this looks better than mine. I'll keep that one.
Yeah, yeah. You and I have to get into the retail game and just like buy collections and go into debt for comic books. You know what I mean? We gotta we gotta open up our
Yeah.
own shop and put Bry out of social media uh, relevancy. All right. So yeah, tell them what the trade is. So I'm trading you this copy, which is a high grade copy, right? We're hoping we're gonna get this graded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're hoping it comes back a 9.4 or better. Or sorry, no,
Yeah.
so it won't come
Well,
back a 9.4 or better. We're hoping it gets a 9.4.
yeah.
That's what
Like,
we're hoping for. If it gets better, then that's kudos to you. Um, but what we're really hoping is like it's not an 8.5 or lower, which
yeah.
it won't be. It won't be, but there's always a risk.
Yeah.
Um, we know it won't get a green label, but again, the grade is the important thing here. So it does have a little bit of, like, you can see color rub there on the blue.
Hmm.
and that's what's gonna, I think, give us at least a maybe a 9.4 to a 9.0, somewhere in that
Yeah.
range. It's how harsh they look at that. And yeah,
I mean,
um,
it looks nice from what I remember looking at it last weekend. So it looks nice enough. So if it can, if it's 9.0 or better,
yeah, the
I'm
back
good.
looks
I'm
really
good with
good.
that.
The back is clean. You know, the spine ticks aren't on the front or the back, so it's pretty clean. I get again, that's the only issue. And you're going to give this a press and a clean, so it's going to pop when you send it to CGC.
Yeah.
And again, I think I mean, who knows? It could come back a 9.6, right? That's the real gift grade if we get that. But
Yeah.
in all likelihood, we're hoping for a 9.4. I'm thinking somewhere in like 9.2, 9.0
Yeah.
would be kind of the realistic range. And we're just hoping it doesn't come back an 8.5. Just
Yeah.
praying it won't. But it
Yeah.
looks too good to be an 8.5, to be honest. So, okay. That's kind of where we are.
Yeah. So most likely nothing that I'll find tomorrow will be better than that book.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, um, so Cash and the Neil Adams book is kind of where we've landed, right?
yes.
175 Cash plus the Neil Adams book,
Hmm.
and also, uh, you know, yeah, that's it. There's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Um, and but you are gonna slab it, and
Yeah.
I'm fine with you selling it. So I want you to get max value. Um, time it, time it right, right?
Yeah.
Um,
It, it's
so
gonna
hang.
be it's gonna be tough. Sorry, let the dog out. Um, it's gonna be hard to let it go. I really like that one. It's gonna be hard to let it go, but we talked about it in length yesterday. Uh, come on. So it will make
Yeah,
sense
if
to
Spider Gwen is one, or if the whole thing is your, like, if you like the characters, right? Keep it. Just keep it.
yeah. I do, but I don't think it's like um I guess it's just one of those things that I put on my wish list, and I like having it, but it's not necessarily that it's like the must-have book. And I do need to with all the grading stuff, what I'm working on now and the one that's in there, I need to recover some money sooner or later because otherwise it's not gonna continue. So it does have to roll over and yeah. I was thinking about like some of the ones that I put in that I'm working on the 9.8 pre-screen, right? So stuff that I'm putting in there with the idea of reselling. The only thing that would, if one of those books comes back at a 9.9, then I'll be like, oh crap, I don't want to sell it, right? So you're almost hoping that it's only stays at the 9.8 because at a 9.9, then you'll be like, oh, this is something special. I don't want to get rid of it. So, but I do need to, but that's getting ahead of myself. First, it needs to get past the pre screening, and then come on, Teddy, I don't want to keep the door open.
Well, first off, let I'm just gonna give you the scenario. Okay, give you
Hmm.
the scenario, and it's really up to you what you want to do or not. Like, do it or don't do it, right? But the third installment of Spider Verse is coming out
Next year.
next late next fall, right? Yeah. like like Christmas of next fall. I think it's like October or something of 2027. They already released some teasers, like some what you call it, uh, scenes. You know, like a preview of the movie.
Okay.
Apparently, it's been in post because they've just revised it. They've been tweaking the endings. They just want it to really hit with fans. Um, but yeah, this book, when the second movie came out, which is when I had this book, when the second movie came out, this was a high grade book value was 500. Okay, it's 230 right now, meaning
Hmm.
it just went like movie peak, and then people forgot about it,
Hmm.
right? So if you picked up the book 4 or 500, you're sitting on a value right now. Now you go on eBay and whatnot right now, people are just like, they have the book up for, I think, the anticipated price of, they don't have it priced all the way to 500, but they've got it like you see 300, 350, it's somewhere in that area. Some of the high grade stuff maybe closer to 500. I think the 9.8 is like 700 or something like that. Um, so this book is going to start to climb as more and more like when that trailer drops, it's going to like boom, it's going to go right back to 500 and then start climbing again, right?
Hmm.
So you're going to get a great, you're getting a great deal. And should you sell any time between maybe when that first trailer drops and the release of the movie, okay, um, with a, let's say, a 9.4 copy, graded copy, you're going to make a hefty return on the book, I think, right? Because it's going to be what, like probably closer to a $500-600 book, maybe even higher, right? Now let's take a step back. Okay, I want you to think about this because this is a real possibility. Ends. Did you watch
Hmm.
the second movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you remember that pivotal scene where they're kind of hanging there, they reunite, right, and they're webbing throughout the city, and then they land at the construction site where they're hanging upside down and they're just having a moment, right? And what does Gwen say to Miles during that whole conversation? Do you remember?
No, it's been a while.
She's like, every time I get close to somebody, I lose them. And then he kind of shies away. He takes his hand away from her. He was trying to have a moment there with her, like make a move, and then she drops this like really heavy line. Like every time I get
Hmm.
close to somebody, you know, uh they end up dead essentially, right? Like they end up like uh and this is because uh you know her mom passes away and all that. So think about the history of Gwen Stacy now.
Hmm.
Okay, what happens to Gwen Stacy in the comics?
She dies.
She dies.
Yeah.
Okay, they remember during the whole spiel, like in every timeline, Uncle Ben has to die,
Hmm.
right? For Peter Parker to be who Peter Parker is, Uncle Ben has to die.
Hmm.
Okay, for Miles, it's his dad, right? His dad dies in the reality, or no, sorry, his dad survives, but in the reality they are put in at the end of that movie, his dad is dead, and you get this like evil Miles basically that he comes confronts, right? So the objective, Gwen puts it together a team. They're going to save Miles and Miles is trying to save his dad. So the question is, will Miles be successful in saving his dad?
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? What would be the if he does save the dad, then what's the you know how movies work, right? Sometimes
Somebody's gonna die.
it's not all happy endings, right?
Yeah.
I want you to be aware because you said like, oh yeah, this Gwen has, we could have see Gwen go on, and the thing is, it's not to say if Gwen Stacy dies that that's the end of the movie. They might find a way to like revive her and or do something, something magical. But I think that's kind of where Sony needs to find: do we kill her? Do we kill her, bring her back, or do we just have her survive and be the hero?
Mhm.
And there's a lot of possibilities there, but the one screaming in our face is that Gwen dies. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm just being real right now. I'm being real right now. And that's kind of my theory. Like, I'm just thinking they set it up so nicely for her to be the sacrificial, the hero, that she would be the
Yeah.
hero in this arc.
Yeah. For who I was watching, like my when we talked about this, my thought about it was for this generation or out of the 2010s, like the biggest characters for the younger generation that emerged are Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy for the younger generation. So my point of view for when we were talking about this was that if down the line the younger generation is gonna think about comic books, hopefully think about comic books, that they will be interested in the characters that they quote unquote grew up with or remember from their childhood or something like that. Um, if she gets killed off, then that childhood is going to sour pretty quickly. So, and
It's
it's
gonna get
always
real
like, I mean,
dark
you're,
in the MCU. It's gonna get real
yeah,
dark in the MCU. Is all I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you're right. It's definitely a possibility. On the other hand, I think for it's a character that brings like uh, um, girls to enjoy comic books, enjoy these characters and stuff like that. That's why I think it might not be, because there's more potential of for them to make money, basically, right? To have this continue, have Gwen Stacy, Spider Girl, Spider Woman now, um, your own movie, all this kind of stuff, just to hit like um a different group, different fan group. um but and anything is possible, and you're right. I mean, if she dies, even if she gets resurrected, from that point that's been known till something else happens, that book will be a dead key.
well, yeah. Again, yeah. If she dies and that's the end of her arc, yeah.
Yeah, for at least for like the foreseeable future. Like, let's say it takes them 2 years to bring out another movie, or a her own line, her resurrection, her rebooting, or whatever, right? Um, until such time, it'll be a dead key.
Well, here's the other possibility. Okay, Miles is going to be tied to the MCU, and there's possibility him showing up in live action, right?
Mhm.
Like his animated version just pops up in live action. Um, and I doubt it would be like him and Gwen there in live action, right? So let's just assume the worst. Like, okay, they kill
Mhm.
her off. Now he's this. tortured Spider-Man, which is what Spider-Man has to be, right? Spider-Man is about loss, and whether it's his dad or whether it's Gwen, that's kind of what seals the deal on, because up to now he's just been figuring the whole superhero thing out. He hasn't been molded and hardened into a hero. He has a potential and he has a great mentor, but he hasn't. So, assuming the worst, and now he's hardened and he's in the MCU and fighting alongside all the heroes. What they could do is tie his arc to, like, hey, I've got to destroy Doctor Doom and this whole excursion thing to reset time and bring Gwen back. Okay, so in that scenario, you kind of get the best of both worlds, right?
Mm.
You have a hardened Miles, but then he's able to bring back, be a true hero and bring the whole continuum back. His all, because he loses everybody at that point when the incursion happens. He's unable to stop it. The incursion happens, and Doom is at the heart of it, and he has a hand in undoing all that. Then his world comes back, and now there's his dad, Gwen, and everybody. So I think there's a bit of a redemption arc that they'll it'll definitely just, it won't end with the Spider Verse. It's gonna There's gonna be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
overlap, right? So it's curious.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I just hope Disney doesn't, shit the bed with with this whole thing, because that's a lot to put on people if you're like killing off your IP, the
Yeah.
mainstay of, like you said, the girls are all into Gwen Stacy, and then they
Yeah.
watch her
Yeah.
die. That would be horrible.
Yeah. It's like the whole Bambi scenario. Um, well, if you leave it up to Disney, I mean, every movie, at least the mom or the dad or somebody else has to die in the beginning. But yeah, speaking of like loss and stuff like that, we were talking briefly yesterday about ASM 1000 coming up. So some fans are actually pleading with Marvel too, kind of like, and I haven't read that far ahead because I haven't read any ASM in like a really long time. So, but apparently MJ and Peter Parker are no longer together, right? So they're actually, that's what I read in the subtext. So that they're pleading to get them in ASM 1000 back together. So I don't know how much of that is true. Again, I haven't read it in forever, but supposedly that's the kind of thing that I read in conjunction with the ASM 1000 coming out
Yeah, I
in
heard MJ's also
September.
got what, spider powers or something like that.
Yeah,
You know
something.
what?
There's like an offshoot with her and Black Cat or something, and or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those, like, he cheats on her kind of things.
Did they go out do their own superhero thing like MJ and Black Cat?
Oh, they
I don't
team
know.
up. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
they're cheating
That
on
has
him.
already.
Wow, where does Spider-Man going these days, man? He kind of fall
Yeah.
out of Spider-Man, and
Well,
they
like you said, he has to suffer. He's a superhero.
that, that's torture right there. Yeah, that's you almost you almost wish they had died then, like running off, cheating with another woman. That would be horrible.
But I told you that in Mexico in American Amazing Spider-Man that they never killed off Gwen Stacy. That actually her and Peter Parker get married because
Yeah, then it's a
they
happy version or whatever. Yeah,
yeah, I guess they like the character, like the blonde sexy girl. They're like, no, we're not gonna kill her off. Like that's
yeah,
crazy. Like
yeah,
it's she's money. We're not gonna do this. So they kind of did their own arc, and there is an
yeah.
actual wedding one.
You know what's interesting is, like, the let's say you were like 10 or 12 when you watched the first Spider-Verse movie, right? The Miles, and Miles was what, this was what, 2016, 2015, 2016.
Uh, what is that? The Into the Spider Verse?
Into the
Let's
Spider,
see.
the first one. Yeah, it was
Let me check
2016.
it. Uh, I looked it
I'm
up the
pretty
other
sure
day.
it was 2016.
Into the Spider 2018.
Oh, it's 2018.
Yeah. And then 2023 was the other one, I think.
Okay. Yeah, 2018, right? So the third movie's coming out in 2027, right? Is it 2027 or
Yeah.
2028?
No, 2027.
2027. Okay. That's a 9 year. So the kids that were 10, 11 that watched it when the first movie came out, they're now adults. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, they're prepared. They're probably prepared for like traumatizing these young adults, basically.
It's time that you learn.
It's time that you learned that heroes die.
Somebody's got to die.
Yeah. The other possibility too is, and I've been saying this, is like Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, is the guy that sacrifices. So maybe he saves Gwen. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
he kind of redeems it because he's a jerk in the second one. He's kind of the antagonist, um, and he has that whole I have the burden of everybody dying in my timeline or universe, right? So if it's a situation where he can save everybody, Gwen, the dad, everything, and he's the I mean, who cares about Spider-Man 2099? Like no one cares about Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
That would be and that's my other like fan theory. Like he's the ultimate hero,
Yeah. Or,
and
I mean,
he's
it could be, I mean, the other thing is like,
uh,
it could be kind of like, hi, Taylor. It could be something like along the, what they did with the last Spider-Man, kind of like, not forgotten, but like maybe lost in one of the multiverses or something like that. So she's gone from Miles, but not dead, you know, because that leaves like, okay, you can have like a full reboot that is detached from Miles Morales.
oh, they're separated
Yes,
for
yes. So
forever.
something happens.
Oh
She is way
yeah,
lost, because then you can still milk it into, she is now in her own, whatever happened in her
she's a
own part
hero
of the
in her line.
multiverse.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I like that. I hope that's what they go with. Disney, if you're
Yeah.
listening, we just figured it out for you.
Yeah. Here's where you send the check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would give this book a lot of legs. Just don't kill Spider Gwen. Come on,
Yeah.
that's your
Yeah.
moneymaker right there. That's your moneymaker.
Gwen Stacy went through enough with the comic books, so
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's fun talking about stuff like this. It's literally why we are so into these waiting for the movies and all that. So
yeah.
it's fun. All right. Yeah, let's get to what we've been talking about, which is you and I've been. Well, first off, you're pressing some books for me right now in the
Mhm.
process, and we never really got in depth into like showing the before and showing the results. And I know you and I've been like we've been meaning to do a lot of things with our channel, but we just get swept up in the moment to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
remember to like think about content and all that. I know you got a camera, which I
Yeah.
hope you bring out tomorrow.
I will here. This is the whole
Oh,
contraption.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if
So
I
you just
needed
put
a
that
thing
around
that,
your neck and.
Yeah.
Okay, like
If I
that.
needed a
Okay,
thing that makes me look even more stupid, then I have it. Um, and then you have the little phone right here.
yeah.
So
No, you look like a comic book creator, content creator.
I feel more like the people in the Wall-E movie, they're just sitting in their pod and like,
You kind of like it has a Doc Ock feel. It's like an appendage coming out.
yeah. So yeah, hoping to get, catch some more B-roll. Obviously, we need to check in with them. And yeah, so the idea is more to, catch a little bit more of the stuff, like flipping through, going a little like a wide angle from the store. Just yeah, I just think that for the long haul, like for my channel or whatever, just like, oh, I bought this and I bought this, people are just gonna get tired of seeing the same old background and whatever. So
Right.
just making things a little bit more exciting.
No, I'm excited for tomorrow because I think you're gonna do a nice little hunting session, and it'll be good to just hopefully Sean's okay with us filming in the store and all that, but should be a nice little uh, promo for his shop. Um, should be good.
Yeah,
So we've again, you've been doing the pressing and the cleaning,
yeah,
um, and yeah, you've been doing taking a very methodical approach, utilizing a lot of resources around you. Uh, some books on pressing and cleaning, as well as you've been watching some channels and seeing what they're doing, as well as kind of testing stuff on your own, what works
yeah.
and what doesn't. Um, from our last kind of update, I guess, is there anything new you've maybe picked up or feel confident with?
Not, not really, because I mean, it's like, I had the idea of doing the 9.8 pre-screen, and whenever we've gone out, there's been at least one or two books that I wanted to put in there. And the thing is with the pressing is, like, I'm doing this three-step process, but it takes at least, or any pressing, like they say, leave it in for like a day. So if you do any book, it's at least 24 hours, and then you go move on to the next book and stuff like that. I had some things where I had to be honest about, like when we talked about, there's like condition, like just be honest about it. If you have doubts about it, probably don't send it. And there's a couple of from the spawns that I picked up like a month ago, where I was kind of hoping that they would do things. Um, and those are only they're only worth it really in a 9.8, and then some of those had like a little ding here and there that I kind of found after the fact. So I took those out. Um, but yeah, I still have to work on those. I did buy some. I got some extra spray bottles and some hydroperoxide. Um, just doing like a mixture of. It's like food grade, so it's not like super harsh.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah.
make it's like a 3%, and then you're supposed to water it down even more a little bit. And the idea is to kind of, and like this weekend, that'll be actually one of the things with the long weekend that I'll be attending. I have some of the items for the blue box, but I need to buy the lamps. um but I think the stain removal will be like the first step, on doing it
Oh, okay. Yeah.
without having to brighten it. I think the brightening is really important on when you have like foxing spots and whatever. um but like to see what can be done of getting the dirt out. And yeah, so I'll be attempting some of that. A good thing is, so, and I just want to like maybe get ahead of things, and I don't know if you recall this one. This is one of yours that actually looked pretty rough. Like it was very water damage, like wavy, right? And this is only like 1 day press, and I actually gonna have to do this one again. I don't know if you remember this. how
Yeah.
wavy that was.
Yeah.
So those are the
Yeah.
kind of
You got it
defects that
pressed out and it looked good, but then you said it kind of regressed and got wavy again.
just a little bit. If you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
that, right? It was really. I mean, for I have a photo that we can do like a before and after later. This was just one. What's really good about that is like because if you find a book that's super wavy and you're like, oh my god, this is like done. No, I mean, if you introduce a little bit of moisture, you press it, you let it sit for like a week. And this is kind of like why this is important. Um, like they say, like to leave it like 7 days in the room where you press it. So a little bit of regression comes back, but it's still it's a little wavy, but nowhere near what it was. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this once more, another 24-hour period, and then wait again. And I think that should be it. So that's actually um a good learning experience from the fact like not to write off certain books when you find them. Maybe even look out for some where you can pick them up cheap and say like, you know what, that's something to be fixed because
33 cents. I paid 33 cents for that book.
oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because beside that waviness, it doesn't have any spine ticks. I mean, there's like maybe a tiny one, but like for the most part, it's a gorgeous book.
Yeah.
So
Again, I'm glad that you are having success with that because you know that's a book that's literally getting new life, right? Because before it was like stiff and like
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of issues, but
And that's where I think it's like you get the best results. Like other ones where there is like a lot of spine ticks, yes, you can make it look better by flattening at the book and um yeah, just making it square and flat and everything. But once the color is broken, there's nothing you can do about it. And but in like you said, like in cases like this, you really can bring new life to a
yeah,
book that others have may have written off already. So.
yeah. No, I had a feeling you're going to get good results on that one. Going back to you're doing the kind of the stain removal right now
Mhm.
process. Walk me through. So, I think you're referring to maybe the coffee stain, that one. Which
Yeah,
books are you going to try to attempt?
yeah. I'm just gonna do something. Let me show it. On the very first one, I'm just gonna use one of those donor books here that we got from the 25-cent bin.
Nice.
Um, yeah, just to see like it just has some general smudginess on there, like here. Also, like some coffee stains, I think it is, that go all the way through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you can, with the top method, like you can do actually both sides. It's a little bit more aggressive just because there's more because it's going to be really wet, right? So you basically you taking a sheet of paper, you spraying it all the way that it's like completely wet. You you damp it a little bit. You don't want it dripping, and then you put it on top of the comic, and you could do another one on the inside, and then you put it in the press. And you can't, then you can't, if you want to do it again, you need to wait for a little bit, just because if you do too much back to back, you're gonna have
So wait, are you
staple
like
tears and
you're
stuff like that.
you're spraying it and letting it run off then, like some of the dirt and the stuff run off?
Well, like so the paper you kind of get it completely wet. You damp it off a little bit, and then you put it on the book, and you kind of like you're applying it. You don't want no bubbles or anything like that. You're gonna put it completely over it, and like with a credit card, you're gonna make it completely flat, and then you put it in the press, and the paper with the hydroxide peroxide is basically then with the heat pulling out the dirt from the book. right?
Mm.
So basically, the paper, once you're done, once you pressed it for, I think I have to double check on the sheet, like you leave it in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't know. When you take it out, then you remove the paper, and then basically that white paper that had the liquid on it will then have whatever the smudge, the will absorb it. Not maybe not all of it at once, but that's why you need to wait a little bit, because it's a bit aggressive for the paper. That's why you're not supposed to do like, oh, we can, let's go again. And that's when you do too much at once, you can start like separating the staple from the paper and stuff like that. um but it definitely, it works. And I want to, I've seen some videos, I have the books, and yeah, I just need to test it myself. And then I have that one Superman book that has only that one coffee ring, so if this is successful, um then I'll do that one, and that should be fine.
Wow.
um
Okay.
yeah, and then other ones is where you apply it, like this one here, um like with the foxing, right? So you apply it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the with the peroxide in it, then you put it in the blue box, in the blue light box, and it will start basically lightening it up, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And you need to leave it in for, you know, an hour or two. I've seen some that really overdid it, where it's like noticeably too white after the fact. Um, so you kind of have to find a balance of, what makes sense and what doesn't. But
Mm. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Very
those are going to
curious to
be
see
the
what results you get. Yeah.
experimentation. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, you know, lost my train of thought. The Oh yeah, how's the tack iron portion of the, when you, I know you have a tack iron and you've been kind of pressing out spine ticks and whatnot, the little micro dents along the spine. How's that process coming?
Good. Yeah. Yeah. It's like with the new tack iron, is it's a lot better, because it doesn't get quite as hot as the old one, which was the issue. Um, because that one, if you left it on for too many seconds, like you could burn the paper. Um, yeah, it's going better. It's still also like you can, you need to apply the thing that I'm what just feels kind of foreign is like applying water to your comic books, right? But it is the moisture that really, like, so the best thing is like if you use that, what is it called, like that wax paper kind of stuff, right? So if you then spray a little bit of water to introduce the humidity to the book, and then go over with it, that has a lot better effect, because it's very hot, and if you just leave it on there for several seconds, um there's so much heat that's coming out of those, because even at the lowest setting, it's 212 degrees, right? So a lot can go wrong, but
Yeah.
with the new iron, it's definitely a lot better.
Okay. Okay. I just remembered my train of thought again. So going back to the soaking of the book, the
Mhm.
the hydrogen peroxide soaking of the book.
Yeah.
Um, what paper then are you laying in there for it to absorb the dirt? Is it a special kind of paper?
No, actually, so the paper that I'm spraying, and the one that goes on there, is just a 20-pound printer paper. The only thing that they say not to use one for inkjet, just because it could also um,
Take off
absorb
ink.
like
Yeah.
ink itself, right? So I have one that they recommend, and that's what I'm using for my regular, in my moisture chamber, as well. And you just put underneath it like where you put it, and then you leave like a page or two, and you put like 100-pound paper just so it wouldn't seep in all the way. Um, yeah, and there's the double side, so you could do the inside and the outside. It's just a lot more aggressive to put two pages on it. It's probably best to just like do the outside, then do the inside, um, one at a time.
And have we attempted like spine rolls and stuff yet? Because I know you got a bunch of like older books with those issues. Have you kind of worked on
I don't
that?
actually have enough. I only have like two that would kind of fall in the category. Um, I have not yet, no, because the only way that or the best way I read to do it is like to basically press it, like open it face down, and then press it actually first and kind of flatten it and then realign it, which I'm not feeling very good about, to be honest. Roger was mentioning something else, like to kind of aligning it a little bit differently.
Yeah,
So
massage it to it where it
massage it,
aligns, and
yeah,
then yeah, like
yeah.
it.
That
You're gonna
feel.
introduce humidity, and then he kind of like lines it up with his fingers or whatever,
Mhm.
and there, like you got to get to it to a point where it folds, like you're creating a new crease, and then you press it. Um, yeah, that's a tough one because that one you can really because when you introduce the humidity, it's going to weaken the paper, right? So you could really like if you're not careful with the the
Yeah,
tactile portion, you just like rip the book. So
yeah. Especially when you have like on some of those where you see the spine roll, if they're like this one, if they're already kind of like porous or something like that.
mm-hmm.
So if you then start doing too much, the cover will be detaching in no time. Um, yeah, that's why the other option, like when you press it, like basically you open it up to the center and then
Yeah, okay.
lay it down and press it. There is a specialty paper that I have, so it wouldn't. It kind of like it softens the blow, so to speak. Like you put that at the bottom.
What's up, E man?
Yeah, you man. Um, so it kind of softens it a little bit, and then you basically once you get it out, then you reset it, and then you would press it uh, um, the right way, or where you then would think the center of the book would be. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'll do the stain removal, and then I'll attempt that one next.
Yeah, I love checking in with you like this because it's a gradual process, right? We're not um, you are trying things, um, you're seeing what works, what doesn't, and even with like the tack iron thing, right? It's like kind of like you try it and then oh wait no, don't do that because it'll have. So all of these things, like it's like building your kind of muscle memory for when you really like okay, now I know what to do. I've got a book here. You're gonna get to like um a stage like Roger where he's just like he looks at the book and he has a methodical, systematic approach on how to do things. And even Roger, he'll like have like new scenarios, and he just doesn't know what to expect, right? And he's like done so many books, but even he comes across an issue. Not every book is the same. Not every
Mhm.
material, paper, and all that stuff. So I'm glad that yeah, it seems like you have a really thoughtful approach, and you're going to be trying some new things. It sounds like soon.
Yeah, yeah, that one that will be a new challenge. Like in the beginning, like I showed you with the books, like the Jim Lee signature. I was a little like not against. Like originally, I didn't want to introduce humidity, like with the whole humidity tank and stuff like that. And I like a lot of people in the past, like even like that book that I have, like the first print, they didn't talk about that, right? And they only used the humidity chamber with to introduce the entire book on like extreme cases. But now on the regular presses, I can't even think about not using those sheet like those humid sheets, just because like of the results that I've seen. It just makes it faster, um, less regression, and the results are just great. You just have to be a little bit careful when you once they're a little bit once the humidity is in there, they're a little bit, you have to handle them very, very careful.
Hmm.
But the results so far are just way better
Yeah,
than
yeah,
what I had
yeah. And
before.
that's something. It's like it's less it's less time. I mean, you're just essentially just kind of like um, just putting paper in there and pressing, right? You're not even like putting it
Hmm.
in the chamber and waiting for the book to soften up. It's just like it's more efficient, yeah, and you're getting better
Yeah,
results, so that's good.
yeah.
All right, well, we are going to introduce some books here
Okay.
for you to work on, and again, it's going to be a process. We're not going to like rush this, but we're going to kind of take a look at what we have in terms of the issues. I want you to give your thoughts on like, yeah, I'll try this or that, or like, we'll see. Like um, some of these might be ones you might have to experiment on directly, like and see how it turns out. But I'm fine with that. Some of these are just straight up presses, just all it needs is a press, but some of these are
Mhm.
a combination of cleaning, pressing, maybe even like uh, the bath, or even like spine roll stuff. I've got a spine roll here, and this is we'll start with the probably the most severe issue book here, and we'll kind of work our way back. Or no, let's work our way up. Let's go with like sort of the lighter issues, and then um, go work our way up. Then hang on. Yeah, okay, let's do it this way. All right. So for those of you who watch my channel, I do this process with Roger, and it's very similar. What we're doing is we're looking at a book, kind of examining what the issues are, and Jens is just giving kind of his thoughts on how he's going to initially approach the books. Obviously, when he has them in front of him, it's going to be different, but just a visual kind of assessment here. All right, so this is the first book, and we just recently picked this up from
Mhm.
Fencom.
Mhm.
You remember this book?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, first off, it's just got a chunk missing there. But as you can see, there's a lot of like wrinkling in the book. Okay.
Yep.
Some staple issues there as well. There's kind of like a big gash right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Hmm.
Like a staple. Almost, it's not really a tear, but it's like it breaks. Yeah. It's a good thing it's like snowy there, or else it really. Let's take a look at the back. Well, back's not so bad. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that would just be I would just start standard
Right.
dry clean. I don't think there should be too much done with it.
Yeah,
Uh,
just kind of needs a press and mild clean,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
What are your thoughts? Just that exactly?
yeah, yeah. Just maybe there's a little bit on the back where some um with the dry cleaning with a little bit with the erasers or something like that in the back where you can make a little bit get some of the dirt off. But yeah, it will just be a standard press. Little. The only thing that well, actually the paper is not that wet, like because that where that paper pull is on the top, like depending on how thin the cover is and that at that point. But if it's not that bad, I'm not concerned.
It's got a little dog ear right there. Um, yeah, I know you looked at this and we were wondering if it was like something stuck on there or if it tore it off. It pulled the paper, right?
Hmm.
It's thinner there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's thinner there.
but
But
not too
all in
bad.
all,
Yeah.
yeah, not bad. I love this cover. Um, all right, so this one's pretty kind of standard,
Yeah.
uh, not too difficult, you think? All right.
No, pretty straightforward, I would say.
Okay. All right. I think this next one's gonna be kind of the same in that it's not as bad as this one. This one obviously has a lot more quote unquote need for a press. This one's not as bad. It's not as bad as all at all. It's actually really nice. Um, as you can see, there's uh, kind of a spine. What do you call it? Like a curl.
Hmm.
You can see the curl right there, which can be pressed out. There's some spine wear there, but it's on the white.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that can be cleaned up or made to look
just have to
better.
be very just have to be very careful not to aggravate like if it's just a spine tick or if it's a little tear right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, just not to aggravate it too much, and then like the area behind her a little bit. So from the building up,
yeah,
that
this
there is
area.
a little bit of dirt. Yeah,
Or yeah.
just to
Just to show you that this belonged to somebody named Mary Ackers Acres.
acres.
God bless you, Mary Akers. Thank you for this book. Um, but yeah, she felt the need to like let the world know this was her book first, which is great. And yeah, we got like that. I don't know if that's a subscription crease with dirt on it. I don't know what that is, but that's some dirt there. Got a
Oh,
little bit of
looks.
a chip. I don't know if this is chip or a dog ear. It's a chip. Yeah, it's actually just
Yeah.
clean, clean break. That's
On
fine.
the on the back, it's usually it's better because like I mean some of the I have some fine erasers. It's just like on the covers, you have to be really careful not to because they could easily remove paint, right? But on the
Yeah,
back cover, it doesn't really uh, um
have too much color. Yeah,
it doesn't have too much color. So if you go around the car and all that kind of stuff, you can take some dirt off there pretty easily.
yeah. Look
Just
at
have to
this.
be
Look at
careful
these
not to pull.
interiors, man. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. I
Good
mean, it's
spawn,
for the age. I mean, it's super clean on the inside.
right? Mary took care of
Yeah.
this book, man. Mary didn't. Yeah, Mary wasn't messing around. She was like, I love this book. I take care of it, and I'm gonna write my name on it. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, this would. I think again. Not that it looks bad, right? It doesn't look that bad, but
No.
I think with your with your TLC, this could look really fabulous. I'm just kind of excited as to what this could look like at the end of the process, right? You
Yeah.
see the potential there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, it's got good potential.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean it's like the little bit of dirt off, and a press and stuff like that. Obviously, like there's wear on the spine that's not going to come out, and I am not going to touch anything on the red, on his cape area, just because it's already going a little bit lighter.
mhm.
Um, but the other areas for sure, and that will kind of increase
There's a
the
little. You see that little fleck? That's ready to like fleck off. It's really just like hanging on by a thread.
that
That's the. I
edge.
mean, I imagine it won't survive the process, but just be aware that there's a little piece right there. You see it?
Okay.
Just hang.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, on the very edge.
It's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it's barely hanging on. So I doubt that'll survive the process, but just letting you know it's there. Okay, let me get this book in very carefully first, and then we'll go on to the next.
Another bondage cover.
Oh yeah, we love window women all tied up. All right. So yes, this one has first off, it just it does present really well, right? It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got its share of issues. Um, I don't know what it is about these 20-cent covers, but just that's the same issue that there on there that we had in the previous book.
Or like a tape pull.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tape pull, and it just cut out that section of the book, which is fine. It doesn't. It's not all that horrible. This one, the staples, right? There's a little bit of a not. I mean, I don't think you have to do anything with the the alignment of this book. I just want to show you the back,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a little bit of fanning here, maybe just slightly. Yeah, there's a little bit of fanning. I don't know if we have to do anything there necessarily. There's no tears. Looks great. Looks really
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Um, thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would mess with the spine roll at all,
Yeah.
because just it looks good as it is, and even on
You know,
on
this
the
is one
clean.
where I think you could actually just kind of like massage it and then press
Yeah.
it, right? Like Roger was saying, just
Yeah.
slightly. You don't have to do too much with it, but yeah, don't
Yeah.
have to do much with this one.
And from a cleaning perspective, it's actually, even though it looks like maybe rough, it's actually cleaner than the one before, just because it doesn't have a lot of dirt on it. So even on the back too, it's
Right?
actually
Not bad. Yeah.
pretty clean. So yeah. So
A little
just a minor
chunk
dry
there.
clean. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, I think a pressing will look really good.
All right. Yeah, so nothing crazy so far, right? Everything's pretty just like this is kind of what most of the issues on these older books are, right? Just like removing dirt, giving it a nice clean press.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, that's the first three so far are just kind of same approach.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
Yeah.
bit more time on the dirtier ones or whatnot, but
Yeah.
pretty much the same approach. Okay, this one's a dark darker cover, so I don't think you have to necessarily um, do anything with this book in terms of cleaning. But I do want to like get your thoughts on it. Again, just needs a press, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of color break though. What does this look like afterwards? Do we see a market difference, or is it you just have a smoother book with all the breaks there? I mean, what?
You'll just have a smoother book with all the breaks. Yeah,
Okay,
it's well loved. That's unfortunately not something that can be undone.
okay,
So yeah, so it will just be a little bit flatter, um, pressed out. Um, but yeah, you'll see the color breaks and stuff like that. There's not much that can be done about it.
okay, that's fine. Hang on, I gotta. So I put some glue to keep the. There we go. Whew. As those are always stressful things when the glue sticks. Nothing tore there. Everything's fine. Oh yeah, this is Dale's book, by the way.
The double
Da-
Dale.
Dale, man, did you saw that he did the bubble yum puzzle here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? I was just thinking, like, who does the bubble yum puzzle? And it's Dale. Dale couldn't help himself. Love this book. Um, you should read this book, okay? Before you work on it, read it. Have you
yeah.
read the
Okay.
book?
No, no, I honestly haven't read any G.I. Joe ones. I know the characters, and there's a few, especially like with Storm Shadow and yeah, some of the covers look really cool. I've been
Well, you're
keeping an
gonna
eye
fall down
out.
a rabbit hole when you read this book. Okay, you're gonna fall, just I'm just warning you. You're gonna fall down a rabbit hole when you read this. So maybe, well, maybe you won't care about it at all. Like maybe you'll just have the opposite reaction. Like what's so big? But um, if hang on, let's look at the back. Frogger. All right, so this one has a little bit of a roll as well.
Yeah,
And as you can see, there's staple tears there.
it seems brittle. That's why I wouldn't want to press too much on this. Like trying to massage too much on there, because I'll massage the cover right off the rest
So
of the
this,
book.
yeah, there's the top staple is completely detached. The bottom one is barely hanging on. So yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
think this is
yeah,
just like
just a
a
regular
press and
press. Yeah.
hope for the
Show,
best.
show the show the inside advertising one more time. The Masters of the Universe. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
vehicles. Uh, this was a simpler time, man. Just this time, this is like the best time to be a kid, if you ask. I'm just biased. The best time to be a kid with this stuff like this, man.
That's why I like sometimes like also looking at the old comics is like it pulls all the kind of stuff when it has the video game advertising, it has the toy advertising. It
Right?
just pulls it all together.
Yeah, like a time capsule of goodness.
Yeah,
All right, so this one, yeah, you might have to be a little bit careful with, but yeah,
yeah.
that top staple's completely detached. Um, it just needs a press, really.
Okay.
There's a lot of issues with it, so we're not expecting much on that one. That's just trying to make it look a little better than it looks. All right, these two are going to be challenging. And
that's not that's the Parasite you just picked up, not the one that we
yeah,
traded? Okay, okay,
no, not the one we traded. Is the one we picked up for
okay.
$4, was it? Yeah, $4 or something like that. First off, there's two books in this. Start with the lesser, and this is another book you previously kind of previewed, right, from FenCom.
Hmm.
It's just got this. You see it right there, that bend.
Yeah.
That's a pretty severe bend. In fact, I kept this under like a really heavy set of books. It didn't do anything to the bend. The bend was quashed, but then you take the pressure off and it
Yeah.
just retains the bend. So that's kind of this obviously needs just it's
It's
throughout the
actually,
entire book.
I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. This is just one
Okay.
of those things like the Wonder Woman book that we have here, that
Yeah.
after 7 days that it might slide tilt again, and then
Okay.
you might have to give it another press to keep it steady. But
Sounds good.
from the usual issues, that's actually one of the least of the problems. I'm more concerned more on some of them that, if the spine, if the staples are barely hanging on or something like that, I'm more concerned about that.
That's what we have here. The staples are barely hanging on,
Okay.
and it's not brittle. It's a supple book, so that's a good thing. Um, oh, look at this. We got some detachment here
Mm,
on the interior. Yeah, in fact, oh man.
fully
Okay,
detached.
so yeah, it looks like the staples, a lot of the there's just detachment here on the interior part of the book. I I hope there's nothing missing. Let's just check here. I'm just going to open it to the center fold. I should count the pages. What's the count? 56?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think, oh man, I wish they had the, oh, okay, wait. We have page 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, no. I don't think anything's missing. Thank goodness. Because
okay.
that centerfold looked like there might have been a page missing, but I think we're good. This is page 3.
I just have to check where is that bottom staple gone, or is it just not aligned?
So that's a good question.
Because
It
the problem that could
is,
be, if it's like unaligned, that if you press it down, that it will then come through on the other pages.
so it's weird. It's like the staple is, so let me tell you what I'm seeing. Um, the book, I think the book over time, because it was like stacked or something, um, it had the stacking spine roll. It
Mhm.
the spine moved, and as it moved, it it remained attached to this the front of the book, if that makes sense, right? So it's like it's still attached here, you can see,
Mhm.
but because the alignment shifted the you know toward the center of the book, the staples popped in the center of the book and in the back. So if you look at the back, it's yeah, the back is completely detached,
Mm.
but the front is still stapled, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You just have to see like carefully going through where the pokies end up, because when you heavily press down on it with the plates, then not that they shoot out somewhere else and create holes or something.
Right? Like, see, I'm creating the fold again, and yeah, it's like it's weird. I don't know exactly what's going. I'm almost afraid to like really open up the book and see where the staples are, because again, the staples on the top of the book, the first page, are there. It's connected on the, but the centerfolds, it's loose. Everything's loose on the interior. So I don't know. I think my fear is like it's gonna, if we do too much with the like moving it around and whatnot, it could detach the cover completely.
Hmm.
But we also want to make sure the interior just gets aligned and stays. I don't know. This is a tough one, man. That's I'm just gonna let you figure it out. I have no clue how to, you know, it's a
I'll check it out.
challenging one. Yeah. Check it out. See if
That's
you can.
not
It's like a puzzle.
it's not a super expensive book, is it?
No, no. Um, it's not. Yeah, it's got so many issues. I mean, if you were to like the cover were to come off, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So yeah, do what you got to do. Hopefully, though, like if you figure out the physics of this book, you can maybe do something to where everything gets, you know, addressed without too much stress. All right. The last book. This is the big book, right? This is the. It's missing the pinup. We've established that. But look
Hmm.
at that spine. I mean, look at this. You're going to be like, oh, okay, what's going on here, right? So this is
Yeah.
kind of your like flatten it first. Is that what you're thinking here?
Yeah, it's just that looking at the spine from the front though, it looks so brittle.
The
It's just very,
staples here are they're rusted a little bit. So careful.
yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, this is gonna pop. We were talking to oh, what's his name? Do you remember the channel name? The local guy at the show who was talking about the rusted staple, the issue with that.
Uh, yeah, I can't get it right now. I
Yeah,
remember.
I can't get his name either right now. But we're talking to him, and he basically was pointing out like anytime you see a dark staple that's rusted, it's just a matter of time before that rust migrates and just uh, degrades the paper around the staple, and it just the paper won't hold the staple anymore, right?
Hmm.
And it's something to avoid, obviously, like rusted staples and all that. But yeah, I couldn't leave this book there. I'm sorry. For $4, no. But yeah, this is a big book, but I want you to like take some risks or take some you know, take some risks with the book if you think you can. Our goal is what? To make this look as best as it can, right?
Yeah,
And right
yeah.
now, it doesn't look that great. It looks it's it's an
Depressing.
emergency.
Depressing. I'm not worried about. It's just like dealing with the spine roll there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I'll
be aggressive
have a.
with it, man. Be aggressive with it,
It's not going to be the one that I test the spine rolls on. So I'll do that. I'll do that on mine because I'm okay if I have to throw mine away, but not the first parasite, regardless of the poster missing or not. But that's not one I want to start messing with.
yeah. I just want everybody to look at what this book, get it good, because when we edit the before after, I'll just literally take like this little section of the video, and you see the fanning there, the spine roll, and look at this margin here. I mean, that's its own book almost. Like you could drive on that spine margin right there. That is how misaligned that is. Like that's like
Yeah.
a almost like a quarter inch margin there. Really kind of remarkable that it got to this point. So yeah, the staples are all likely gonna pop. So if you want to detach them, maybe just do it. Do be aggressive with this. Don't feel like you have to like. If you want to take the staples out and kind of attempt it that way, like where you maybe restaple the book or something, like get staples or something and
We have
realign the
some donor books where we can take the staples out of or something.
right. I have actually a Silver Age from this era that I can donate the staples to. Let me just take a look
Isn't
here.
this? Oh no, it's a 12 center. I have a 30 center here. Oh well, never mind. The staples are worse on this one.
Ah, I don't know. It's the same.
We'll find
It's the
something.
same era.
Nah, don't.
It's good
Like
staples. It's
I
good
was looking at,
staples.
I was looking at this one here, and
What's
it's a
that one?
30 center, but
I don't know if that would be the same though. It shouldn't. It should be the same, right? Even though it's like different era. Who knows?
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't come to that. I mean, the
No, I'm fine with you taking the staples out of this book. Cause look, this one's it's chewed up. I don't know how it got to that point. I don't even know what causes that kind of. Looks like it got shredded a little bit, or it maybe someone
no,
glued it
that's
back together or something. It's just
no. I think
weird.
that's like silverfish or something. No,
Is it really? Silverfish is
hard to
chewed on
tell.
this book?
Could be. I mean, that's what happened with old paper sometimes.
Is that right? That's kind of gross if that's what happened. All right, yeah. So I'm fine with. We're gonna do some staple transplant on this one. Yeah, you up for
Going
that?
all in. Hey, if you're good with it.
I'm good with it, man. Um, Maybe we'll even get this graded. See if we can get the blue label. No,
Not
I'm
without
just.
the poster.
Mm, yeah, now and also not. This is just too far gone of a book
Yeah, yeah.
to even do that. But no. Okay, so we'll put this book in with there, and
Well, I mean, what means far gone? I mean, if that was like a Fantastic Four #1 or something like that, I mean, you'd be happy about the condition because it
Yeah,
doesn't look that bad.
yeah. Um, it doesn't. I mean, again, if I'm all for sacrificing a book because I mean, let's take a look at the staples here. Yeah, this ate through like the interior part of the book too. Look at that. See, this is just a gone book, so I don't. There's no point in. I'll just make this a reader's copy. Um, but we want to look at the staples here. Where are they? Where's okay the centerfold here? Yeah, they're good staples, man. I mean, a little bit of no, it's not rust. It's just darker there. It's not rust.
And even that, like a little bit, you can get that off with um,
Alcohol.
isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, but they're
Okay.
always like when it comes to grading, they tell you not to do it because if the staple looks too clean, like CGC tells you, like, oh, you replace the staples.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you want to kind of keep it like
yeah. If you
aged.
grade it, you don't want to clean them actually.
Yeah. So I mean, literally, this is issue 340, and this is 344. So it's the same. It's going to be the same era
Yeah, yeah.
book. So yeah, let's do some staple trends. So yeah, you're going to completely open up this book,
Oh boy.
take out the staples, um, align it again, press it, and then maybe restaple it. Or you're gonna try. You're gonna try, and
Yeah,
if it
yeah.
fails, it fails. But I think it's good practice. Because yeah, if you can get this like lined up like this, right? Imagine like you take this because if you align it and just kind of well, I mean, this one's completely kind of popped.
The guy that we saw on Sunday, the Immaculate Comics or whatever it's
Immaculate. That's
called.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a tool for that. When you take him out, that you push the staples in there, and you can kind of straighten the staples out and stuff like that.
So look, this bottom one's pop because of the rust. You see the rust there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, to preserve this book, you got to get the staples out anyway, right? So um, this is this is fun. This is going to be a fun book for you to work on. I think. No, it's stressful.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
be.
that's the kind
I,
of stuff like that. The only thing is, like, when I do stuff like that would take like a whole day. I usually, like, while I'm at work or something like that, I just like pop them in. Then I have to wait 15 minutes. I pop in, and then I can leave them till the evening, right? But this kind of stuff, you need to be hands on and be right there.
yeah.
I can't
Again,
just do that during the work.
right. This and there's no timeline on this book because what we're doing here on this video is we're just like we're presenting,
Documenting it.
preview, documenting, and then um, when they're ready, we're gonna be like, "Hey, we did this video a year ago, and now
Hopefully
they're
not that
and,
long.
and now they're ready for us to look at." But yeah, that's hey, look, we are sacrificing this book so that this book can.
And
It's
live.
like a real what do you call it? Kidney? What is it? The organ donor type
Organ
situation here.
donor, yeah.
Yeah, we're donating the organs so that this book can go on and survive.
Yeah.
Um, truly like a parasite. Truly like a parasite. All right, Jens. Well, yeah, I'm gonna drop these books off with you tomorrow when we meet up,
Okay.
along with
Yeah.
the trade book.
Yeah. I'll bring the Neil Adams
Yeah,
and yeah.
cool. Um, I mean, you and I are gonna. It's literally gonna be like we're gonna be with each other in like 10 hours. So, um, always, it's always fun, man.
I'm looking forward
And
to it.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I say bye to you on because we don't really make plans to do anything, right? We just kind of
Yeah.
like let's play it by ear, kind of like. But then like Wednesday rolls around, and you're like, okay, where are we gonna hit up this week? We're just like planning our next hunt. So
Yeah, for
again,
sure.
just so appreciative of your time and your
No,
presence.
I have a lot of fun. Gives me definitely something to look forward to. Like I told you, like I used to do with the yard sales, but that kind of has fizzled out a little bit just because there's too much competition. Yeah, I really don't find that much anymore. And yeah, so this is cooler because you know, like if you go to a comic book store, you know you're gonna find comics, right? So, and then digging through it and like I told you before, like Subspace. I've been there before, but I kind of, if I do it by myself with the going through it, it just gets boring after a while, and then I give up. But like if we go together, it's just way more fun, and we joke around, we have a good time, so that just makes it way better.
Yeah, it does make it way better. And again, like um, I picked up a lot of good stuff this year. I don't know if you saw my last video. Is like I did
Yeah,
the
I
top
watched it the day
26.
after. I
Yeah,
missed it when you were live, but I watched it the day
yeah.
after.
But literally, I think you've been outside of the Big B trade, which is there are a lot of books from the Big B trade, but outside of that, like you were there for all those pickups. Like I'm sure you remember. Oh yeah, I remember you when you picked up that book, or I traded you that book, right? The some of the two biggest were from our trade at the very beginning of the year. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean this has been the summer of Supergirl slash uh, our comic journey together.
yeah,
2026 is. I just feel like it's like moving forward is going to be like you and me doing this at least once a month, maybe more. We'll see. But
yeah.
um,
And you got me to start a channel. Like I've thought about this, like in the past when I was doing video games and stuff like that. I thought about it a long, and it just always kind of like, nah. So, but I mean, I still don't like. It's not like a lot of people view my channel or anything like that. But I have fun, um, you know, putting it together and stuff like that. And
I love
so
your channel, man. I love your channel.
yeah,
So
I hope I get a little. I was when I was at the comic book store today, because I saw that he subscribed, and I'm like, hey, thanks for the subscription. And then he gave me some feedback, and he said, I know you really love this stuff. You need to bring that out there. He said, because we always talk about comic books. He said, I know you love this, so just make the viewers believe it. I'm like, okay. And I don't know which video you saw, but I feel like the first day I was like really like sitting there, oh, there's a camera on me. So but the more you do it, you kind of get a little bit more comfortable
I
with
love
it.
how you put the little inserts of like the pop culture, like a video or
Yeah.
something of a reaction. It's I love that. I just like where do you get all those little clips? And I was like, I should start doing that. But
Yeah.
also, like when you showed off the your Marcel's book, the Fantastic Four Silver Surfer book, I was
Mhm.
just like, that was cool. And that's a big book. It's like
Yeah.
I
I have to
that
do a short. I have to do a short with that one because that would
right?
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to talk about that book? Sorry,
But
getting someone in
I
trouble
don't
here.
think it will be
I
discovered
hope she
that.
doesn't watch. Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully there's a and it's been some time, right? She doesn't know what we're talking about. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, uh, to, tomorrow we'll have some new B-roll stuff. So I'm excited to see where you take it because I don't think I mean I should put more effort into editing and doing all this, and I should, right? It'll probably clean up a lot of the content. It would make it easier to watch is kind of what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. I kind of just like the free flow nature of talking about what's on my mind. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the
Thanks.
cool thing about this format is like if you have people come in the chat, like you can have a actual conversation where you can interact with them live, and that's also one thing that you don't really get when if you just like edit a video and post it. I mean, people leave comments, but it's not really the same. So
Yeah.
it's going live is
Yeah. Yeah.
better.
When I do my edited videos, because I do it on like I edit it on my computer and stuff. I'm just never satisfied with the results. I'm just like, it's like I don't know. It just feels like I threw it together, and I did spend a lot of time on it, right? And it just doesn't feel. And so I always get frustrated with the process. But um, anyway, yeah. What time you wanna? You said you're gonna pop out around 8:30.
Yeah, I leave here about 8:30. Should be probably 9:15,
Okay. Yeah.
between
Yeah.
9 and 9:15 at your place, and then that should give us enough time to make it there right before, like last time, that we get there right when they supposedly open.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna drop my son off at 8:30, so should work out perfectly. I don't have Cairo on Saturdays now, so
Okay.
we'll go and yeah, they'll be open for once, so it'll be.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta be back by 1. So what? I mean, what? We'll be there at 10. Do you want to leave around noon then? That
Yeah.
should be enough time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's plenty of time.
All right. Yeah, that's plenty of time. All right. Let's stay tuned tomorrow because we'll have a haul video. Well, I'll have a haul video, and Jens
Yeah.
will eventually have a haul video. He'll
Yeah. Probably
also
on
have
Sunday.
the
Yeah.
yeah. He'll also have the. You'll get a preview of what's in those boxes tomorrow. That's a nice change for once.
Unless he tells us to, not film, then
Not
that would be
film.
a bummer for the first
That
attempt.
would
But
that would be another check against Sean. Like, what do you mean we can't film in here? You make us wait 3 weeks and don't even have all the boxes out. What's going on?
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it should be a good experience tomorrow. We'll tell you all about it. But get some sleep, my friend,
You
and
as well.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Buddy.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in the next one.
Bye.